I'm John Morrison, Senior Vice President for U.S. Operations at Ecoplexus. Ecoplexus is a solar company. We build large-scale solar farms around the country and sell the output to utilities, to commercial customers, and to state and local governments.
My name is Mike Crawford, and I'm the Vice President of Operations at NLS Engineering. The goal of the Ecoplexus project was to provide a centralized cloud-based SCADA system to better manage and operate Ecoplexus's growing fleet of renewable energy assets.
We currently have 35 systems spread around the country, North Carolina, Minnesota, California. We needed a way to monitor those sites remotely and to actually be able to operate them remotely, and Ignition was the tool that we used to do that. We just have to have data that other systems don't provide. We'd had previously data acquisition systems, but they didn't give us the visibility that we needed or the richness and robustness of the data necessary to really operate these farms well.
Before the project, Ecoplexus had various DAS systems from a wide variety of vendors. There was no consistency or standardization from an operations platform, and their ability to produce financial and performance metrics for prospective asset buyers was limited. Ignition was a perfect fit for this project in every way. The unlimited licensing model removed all the cost barriers, and the underlying technology platform made it really easy for us to customize the system to their exact needs.
My name is Christopher Thomas. I'm the Solar Operations Monitoring Manager for Ecoplexus. My favorite thing about Ignition is that it provides us the ability to customize or tailor the monitoring solution to our needs and operations. And so that's something we didn't have before.
Ignition seamlessly lends itself to templating and driving consistency and standardization across all assets.
Having Ignition allows us to bring all of our sites under one solution and provides a level of consistency that is conducive to our performance analytics and even our monitoring applications, because at that point we're able to, there's consistency across the sites, and so operators know exactly where to look for items or for tags or for analysis. The data basically looks the same across the sites. It's quite a few benefits that we've recognized since moving over to Ignition.
My name is Mackenzie Santon. I'm the Associate Director of Energy at NLS Engineering. They need to do financial analysis of all their sites, which is heavily reliant on data. In a lot of cases, that's not data that they were getting adequately from their previous systems. So we've allowed, through Ignition, for them to receive much more data. They can store at a much higher frequency and store many more data points. The second piece is that Ignition actually costs far less than their previous solutions. Even though it stores more data faster and more tags, it actually costs them less than their other solutions.
So we're looking at the dashboard version here, which allows the operator to see the entire portfolio at a glance and identify any potential issues there using some of the KPIs that you see on under each site. If we click onto a site, we're able to see things such as the network health, the site information, status of the site, meaning the operating status of the site, individual inverter operation. We also have the ability to go in and trend the data, which is where most of our operators in our analytics teams spends most of their time, and that is just diving through the data and really performing a deep analytics of the system. And then we can also export that data and send that data to other customers or other folks in-house via CSV. We've also got reports and alarms there that we can also customize and send to whomever we need to.
The Ecoplexus project, in combination with our utility storage and solar experience, led to the development of NextDAS. NextDAS is a highly versatile monitoring system designed for commercial, industrial, solar, wind, and energy storage. Perspective is really exciting and another example of why inductive automation is leading the pack. NextDAS is built on Perspective, and we're really excited to be implementing artificial intelligence and machine learning to answer some really complex questions that can't otherwise be solved by humans alone.
We've been able to integrate artificial intelligence into Ignition much more easily than other systems would be. Since the code is so much more open, we're able to pull in data from many different sources. We're able to use MQTT and use a lot more IoT-focused technology.
Ignition is really sort of bringing a lot of that together and making it sort of seamless and a lot easier to develop and implement in a much shorter time period.
This project's been really good for Ecoplexus because it's allowed them to consolidate their many different systems, and it's actually reduced their long-term O&M costs by a very significant amount.
NLS was a great partner in our implementation of Ignition. We had close to 30 existing sites that needed to be converted fairly quickly. And so they were able to bring Ignition up to speed to what we needed and then help us get those retrofit sites in place. And then as we continue to build sites, bring those new systems on into our SCADA system.
The success of Ecoplexus and NextDAS are two great examples of what can be achieved through progressive thinking and modern technology.